Okay, I'll be honest with you. So when you say manifest, I'm getting confused on the manifest
Mm-hmm.
when you're talking. Is it with um like within ourselves as far as what being like spiritual wise? Is that the manifest you're talking about, or are you talking about like in general, just like normal? How do I say?
Like maybe can you break it down a little
Yeah,
bit more
because
that part of it?
yeah, because I don't get it at all.
Okay, so what is your, can I use you as an example? All right, boom, let's go. What is your objective? What are you here for? What do you want to see happen? Because we're still babies. We can create whatever the heck we want to. What do you want for yourself?
Mm, honestly, I don't know. I get where I like to do better for
Mm-hmm.
myself, or try not to do the same things I did in the past, or don't be used or looked at a certain way because it makes me come out differently.
I'm getting a pen and paper. I'm listening to you. Don't be used. Okay.
You got I got
Yeah. I have a whole thing over here,
Okay.
but I don't know. You know. Don't be used. Okay. Don't be looked at a certain way.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna say it.
That's all
I
right.
tend to get taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how is it? I be where I'm the type where I'm just open. So I think I let myself too open,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got used to it of just like I don't know helping people or always being there like yeah I'll be there I'll come or I'll do this and then sometimes it backfires and sometimes it doesn't backfire with me agreeing or trying to be around people.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to stick to myself. Not like a loner, but this I try not to get into other people's stuff. Like I used to involve myself with everybody else's problems
Mm-hmm. Try to fix it
instead
for
of
him.
instead of working on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see that I tend to push myself back
Mm-hmm.
like a lot, where I don't know myself no more.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets to where I just try to be like, oh, I like this, like stuff I like or stuff I like doing, and I try to do more of what makes me happy that way, and not worry about someone else judging me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So from what I received from that was, all right. So boom. I was talking from the perspective of, like I said, I desire to be a world changer. Not I desire, I am. I am a world changer, but I desire to be a world changer on a grand scale. So on the larger stage, making those impactful changes by the millions. That is my desire. So that is what I'm working to manifest in this present reality. And this is my starting point, right? So when I say creationism versus manifestation, I want to help heal millions. Okay. Well, what does helping heal millions look like in the manifestation, especially if this is my goal? You know what I'm saying? And so, if this is my goal, then there's only two people here, and I'm not dropping, that's nothing, this is just explaining. There's only two people here. Well, this is a failure because I'm trying to help millions. And so I get discouraged, and then I just say, okay, I quit. But in creationism, the relationship that I have with my higher power. So that's the first place to strengthen intuition. That's what I wrote down when you were explaining intuition. You have to know that the God that you serve or the higher power that you work with um, got your back, gives you all the desires of your heart. But if you don't have any desires of your heart and you're just floating around, that's our first part. Where's your intentionality? So we have to be very intentional. This is what I desire for myself. And we don't have to go as far as all those huge things anymore. Please don't sit in front of my camera. That's okay. Thank you, kiddo. Yeah. No, he gonna do it. We don't have to think about those huge things when there's other smaller things that we need to work on, right?
Right.
So I have to know that this, no matter how many people are in the room, whether it's just me or it's us, thank you for being here. This is leading me to the healing of the millions. And so I be in gratitude in this moment because I know this moment, whether I see it or not, is taking me there. So when I say manifestation or creationism, I mean, I said, I want to help millions. God, I want to help millions, period. And God's like, I'll do the rest. So I have to show up every day. And whatever leads me throughout that day is manifesting or creating. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was generally speaking. From what you said to me, I would construct my vision board based off of you don't want to be used anymore. So how can we state that in a positive? I am self-assured. I am focused. And the way that we're going to do our vision boards is we're going to pull up Canva on our phones, connect to the printer, and type out our words instead of looking through books and magazines and hoping we find the words. We're going to write our own words and our own pictures. We'll just glue them in.
Affirmations.
Yeah.
I think you're
It's a bunch of,
a good way for her to start.
yeah, with affirmations. And that's the internal work, right?
So instead of focusing on I don't, I'm tired of, she's saying flip that. Like,
Yeah.
and I am. So actually, my phone's over there years ago, and I feel like weird sometimes, but instead of like photos on my phone, I have like, I'm pretty or I'm beautiful. Instead of finances, I am wealthy.
Yeah.
For my categories on my phone. So every time I go to click on my bank account, I see that I am wealthy above it and it's grouped in there. It just gets my mind thinking about my goals. So like I see what you're saying. I think that's a good. I like that. The affirmation is positive.
Yeah. How often can you live in the space of you winning, right? Because you're a winner, right? You didn't come here to lose. I don't care how you feel. You know that you came here to win, right? So since you know you came here to win, how often can you put yourself in a winner's mindset? So now when you craft your vision board, we need to focus on self-worth. So I live in a space of self-worth and self-love. So that could be something that you put on your board so that when you look at your board, but honestly, once you set the intentions, it's there. A visual representation is just a reminder point, right? But if we're just like, okay, I don't want to be used anymore. What needs to happen with me inside in order for that not to happen? I have healthy boundaries. I have boundaries that put me first, right? I put myself first. So that could be a phrase that you put on your board. I put myself first. I have strong intuition because all those people that take advantage of you, they can't even get next to you if you're utilizing your intuition. Because once you develop your consciousness and your intuitive knowing, those people, they kind of go away because they don't even like your vibration anymore. They're like, ooh, I can't take advantage of her anymore. So I have healthy boundaries for myself. So, and these are going to be the things that after you write them down, because writing them down, if it stops there, it stops there, right? And we don't want things to stop there. We want to actually do the work. So with our vision board, now we have a visual. But on the intuition side, you put the intention out there. If I say, God, I want to help heal millions, God's like, okay, before you can help anybody, you got to help yourself. So God's going to break you down and rebuild you. So the person that you are has allowed yourself to be used, taken advantage of. You're too open. When you are trying to be around people, they don't give you what you need, and not knowing yourself, doing things, the times that you're not doing things that aren't making you happy, you have to be very cognizant. You've identified things that you don't like, that you do, which means you now have to be very intentional in your day-to-day life. The moment you feel yourself, you're doing something that doesn't make you happy, the moment you find that you are people-pleasing, the moment you find that you are giving and you're not receiving, and it doesn't have to be, I give you $1, you give me $1. No, you put out there, you showed up with Sammy, you showed up for me, I appreciate you, you just gave. So I hope that I'm able to give back to you. So now you're receiving, you know. So the moment you see that you are in a situation where you are not receiving that which you know you deserve, you're out of there. You owe nobody nothing. The only person you owe is yourself. And so you have to make sure you're being intentional. Does that make sense? Okay. So when you craft your board, I wrote some things down, but think about what you don't want. And you may not even get to the board today. You know, think about what you don't want to see happening in your life anymore, and you'll write those things down. And then you'll do a line, and then on the other side, how can I state that positively? What do I do want? I don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay, so what does that look like on the positive? I have healthy boundaries. You know, I make sure that I surround myself with people who fill my cup instead of take from my cup. So these are the things you're going to put on your vision board.
Okay.
So that, and look, this is a growth point, right? Vision board doesn't have to be, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. I'm tired of getting taken advantage of. And that's what I'm going to manifest or create. The me that is self-assured, the me that is bossing the fuck up. That's what I'm creating. So, and then the next time you do a vision board, yeah, I seen it too. The next time you do a vision board,
It's going so slow.
I know, right?
Look at it.
But the next time you do a vision board, you focus on something else.
Right.
You know, but this is all you focus on is your connectivity to humans. Because that's what that sounds like. Healthy, creating healthy relationships with others. So that should be your focus today based off of what you said.